This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
The holidays are here, and Chris has been. We have some more Mardi Gras details.
And it's time to rank Bend the Bao's bows.
This is episode 587 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is me, Lee. I am hosting this week. It wasn't meant to be me. It was meant to be my first co-host, Chris.
What up?
But Chris is dying.
A little bit.
Hopefully he should be back for next week, but Chris is going to jump on. He's on very specifically, as he said, he's been to holidays, so we're going to quick talk about that in a second, and then Chris is going to jump off, bless him. But I also have Michelle.
Hi.
And then this is where it's going to get weird, because Tracy's not here this week. She is swamped in uni work, so for the first time ever, Michelle, it's just going to be you and I.
Oh, heaven help me.
I was going to say, like, we've done one.
Yep,
before.
me and Tracy have done loads before.
You and Tracy have.
Me and Michelle never.
We can do this, Lee.
All right. Yeah, anyway, I know something we're going to talk about. We'll get there. But yes, Chris, as you are dying, you did message me at the weekend and say, we've just happened to fall into Universal Orlando this week, so we sampled the holiday festivities and wanted to talk about them on the show, so crack on.
Yeah, and it was a last minute thing, by the way, because I know we talked about trying to do the holiday tour and whatnot, and it just didn't work out because all the other weekends were sold out. So we stayed at Cabana Bay, which was fantastic, awesome, amazing. Love that place. You can't walk more than 5 feet without seeing a Christmas tree, so that was great. But one of the indicators that, for us at least, to go up that weekend, which is Thanksgiving weekend, one of the busiest holiday weekends in the States.
Which is why I was surprised you went that weekend.
Well,
right.
Well, here's the thing, right? So I also, I get on my feeds a lot of like videos from like Disney and stuff like that, and seeing how bad things are of crowds, right? The thing that kept on throwing me off was up until the day before, like Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, maybe, there were still many hotels available at pass holder rates or Florida resident rates.
Okay.
Which is very weird for a Thanksgiving weekend. So with that in mind, we were like, maybe it won't be such a busy weekend. And sure enough, it wasn't. It actually was, not dead, but Saturday looked like just a regular Saturday, if anything. Sunday was completely dead. Friday was also pretty light. Yeah, it was really weird. Because again, I keep on seeing, videos of how crazy things are in Orlando. But it was just weird not to see that kind of traffic kind of going that way. So good for us, I guess, because we got to enjoy it a bit more. So I'll get more into the holiday stuff, right? So did the Grinch show. Awesome as always. They did. It's pretty much for you guys who have seen it. It's the same show, but they do, that ad lib. They tweak a couple little things here and there. And as if you're a nerd that goes that often to that show, you're like, oh, that cart wasn't there last year. Yeah. Or this person wasn't there. So there are little tweaks here and there. Whoever was playing the character of the Grinch was spot on, like Jim Carrey's Grinch. Like the voice, it was so good. Probably one of the better Grinches I've seen over the years. So
yeah,
shout out to them for casting somebody who was awesome for the role.
I had Alexa sending me photos from it when you were there yesterday.
Yeah. So the show was good. Let's talk about the parade a little bit. Parade, for the most part, same parade that you get. Didn't really change too much there. There were some extra characters or dancers that they added that I've never really seen before, which was cool. Always love when they change things up a bit. I'll gladly take that.
I think that's the biggest thing with the holidays, isn't it? Like Mardi Gras, they change things up all the time. Horror Nights is different all the time, but the holidays seems to be the pretty much same thing every year.
Yeah,
I wish they would change it up more, though.
Yeah,
it would be nice if they did. And I'm coming from, it's coming from us here, right? That we've gone or seen this over the years. But like I said, I went up with the family. My parents and my sister, brother-in-law, they had never seen the show, and my niece as well. They loved it, right? So they loved like the Grinch show. They loved the parade, you know. So as guests coming for a first timer that's never seen anything like that, it is a little bit of a, oh my God, that's so amazing,
Yes.
right? Whereas for us, it's like, that was good.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed that.
We really enjoyed it last year because obviously, like, it was our first time last year getting to see it, and for all we knew, like, we'd obviously watched videos of the parade and we'd seen it all over social media and stuff, but we still really enjoyed the holidays last year. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected it to.
It's just a great time of the year, and on top of that, I know you hate this in Orlando, but Saturday there was somewhat of a little cold front that came in. I think it dropped down to like the 60s.
No one needs that.
I loved it. Like, it felt like Christmas, right?
That's why you've got COVID.
I hate going to Christmas things because that's what we're used to here in South Florida, right? Like, oh, come to this Christmas event. It's like 88 degrees with 95% humidity.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It doesn't make you feel like that. So the fact that we got like a day of having to put on a jacket, of going through the parks, it was nice. It added to the ambiance, I think, of the whole, you know, Christmas event. Let's see, what else do we got here?
It's difficult, isn't it, to talk about the holidays because it is pretty much the same every year. I know, Michelle, you're going up in a couple of weeks and doing the Grinch breakfast. We actually watched, Tracy and I were watching Vincent Vision's video last week, and they went. You know, we talked about it being in Confisco Grill and how different it would be this year. It actually looked really good, but as far as you basically just got a menu to choose, I think there was like 3 or 4 sort of main items on. It was like biscuits and gravy or something, and then there was like pancakes and something. I can't remember what they were. And then they brought out a little plate with like a Grinch cookie and something else and something else. So it's you're not getting it anywhere near the amount of food that you got when it was in Circus McGurkus, but the interaction they got with the Grinch was phenomenal. Like, they were probably with him for about 5 minutes. Like, it looked better than the actual meet and greet with the Grinch in Islands of Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But the breakfast itself was just kind of breakfast.
Yeah. It's right. One of those things.
That's the fun part about that breakfast, though, is the character interactions, and not just with the Grinch. The Who's are almost more fun than the Grinch.
Yeah. I mean, it was great. I mean, like, we've talked about this before, where, especially at Universal, I don't know how the Disney ones are because I've never been to one, but those character dining things, you're really just paying for the characters because the food is not anything to brag about.
I mean, they said it was all right, but it's obviously, like, when we did it last year, there was like that whole buffet, and you're not getting that this year, and the price is more. Yeah, so it's what you're doing it for. And like Michelle, you've obviously said you're going for the characters. And food's just a secondary thing, which is fine.
Right.
If you're going expecting to get a good amount of both, then you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Another weird thing, now that you mentioned Circus McGurkus, is having that closed during Grinchmas kind of takes away from the area.
Really?
Yeah. And it was weird because, I don't know, we just normally would go through there. Like, we don't normally eat there, but we'll maybe take a break there or whatever. And because you spend a lot of time in that Seuss Landing area during the holidays because you want to get interactions with the Who's, and you want to, like, just take pictures, lights, all that kind of stuff. So it just felt weird it not being there during Grinchmas. Yeah,
because you think you kind of go in between, like, if you're staying for the nighttime lights at Hogwarts Castle, the Christmas thing there, and then everything that's going on in Zeus Landing, and then there's the entrance still to the show there, isn't it? It goes behind. Yeah. So you are spending most of your holiday time for the stuff in Islands in Zeus Landing.
In Zeus Landing.
Yeah. Yep. Is it walled off then, Chris, or is it just closed?
It's a bit. I saw walls. I don't know if it encompasses the whole thing. I think side of it is not walled off, but for the most part, it's walled off. Like, you couldn't see in there.
Weird. I mean, it's been closed a long time now. I'd be interested to see what they're doing in there. Because it's been closed for, give me a clue, 3, 4, 5, 6 months easily.
Yeah, it's been a while. But I mean, I wish it was there, but I understand they're doing refurb, so it's not like a huge bummer. But again, it does take away a little bit. Like, I think that as much as we don't like that place, food wise, it does add ambiance to the area. So Wish that was there.
It's a strange decision again, isn't it? It's like closing, so you know that Circus McGurk's is going to be closed during the holidays, and then it's like closing Mel's down that you know it's going to be closed during Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Two places that are such a big part of both of those events.
Right.
Yep.
Strange decisions.
Yeah. Very weird.
They need to ask us before they make these decisions.
Just ask
That's
anyone
true.
who goes to Universal. Say, don't close Mel's during Horror Nights and don't close Circus McGurk's during the holidays.
Pretty easy.
Yeah. They should know that. They don't need us to tell them.
Yeah. Next up is the Grinch. We didn't get to see him.
Oh my God. I'm not surprised.
It was literally at 120 to 150 minutes most of the time.
Yeah, Madeline messaged me. First day she went, she got there at 8:20. Got in line because obviously they're not doing virtual line this year. 10:30 she got in. And by the time she got out, it was 3 hours wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's insane. And I spoke to one of the team members up there. I didn't think we were going to get any pictures of the Grinch. We didn't. But I wanted to ask, like, when is the best time to come? And she was like, oh, do you have early park admission? Obviously, she doesn't know who I am, and I'll never be there for early park admission. But she's like, do you have early park admission? I'm like, yeah, we do. She's like, yeah, well, you could come during early park admission, right? And like most people are going over to,
Hagrid's
and all that. But then she's like, but then a lot of people are using that for early park admission, so it kind of defeats the purpose. I'm like, yes. So then when is the best time to come in? It's like, well, you can come during the afternoon, but realistically, it's going to be busy at all times, which is, it's a bummer. It's a bummer because I would love that interaction, right? Like that's a huge part, right? It's Grinchmas. But there's no way in hell I'm going to wait not even an hour. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not going to do that for an hour.
Even Tracy said she wouldn't wait that long, and you know how crazy she is
Yeah.
over the
Oh,
Grinch.
yeah.
But it's that awkward thing. It's like they got blasted last year for virtual line, and then people complaining that I couldn't get one, so I had no chance of seeing it. So then they go to a standby line, whereas if you're that desperate to meet the Grinch, you just get in line.
Yeah.
So like, what do you do for the best? It is what it is. Do you potentially have multiple Grinches?
That's literally what I was going to suggest, but it doesn't benefit Universal, I don't think, right? Only customer satisfaction, but it's eating people in line, right?
But
like, why do you want those people to go through the line fast? I can keep them here for a bit.
No, because you're selling more photos at that point then. That's what they're making out of that. So you get your photos taken when you're in there and you go through, and they charge you individually for those photos.
Are they not part of, like, if you have the photo pass?
I don't know. But how many people have that really?
Yeah. Probably not.
Yeah, they're
that's-
probably part of the photo pass, but like he said, there's not very many people that have that.
No. So that's their incentive to push more people through, because I think we got ours last year and it was like $25. Tracy was going crazy because like a digital photo, just give us them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we paid $25 for a digital photo as well. We didn't even get a printed photo. It was just a digital photo and it was like $20.
Yeah.
So the more people are pushing through, the more of those pictures they're potentially selling. So it is in their interest to get more people through.
Yeah.
And
I mean, 2 Grinches would be great.
Yeah.
You can put them in separate rooms. You would never know.
No.
Right?
Exactly.
I don't know how many they have, because I don't know, is the Grinch in the meet and greet the same one that's in the show and the same one that's doing breakfast?
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it.
I don't know. It's interesting, because then if they've got, because obviously they can't, even if they've got 2, obviously one of them is going to be doing the show. So you just, no, it's because obviously when the breakfast's going on, they've got to have at least 3.
What time is breakfast over at?
Like 11?
Yeah, 11.
So there's already a 10:30 Grinchmas show. So that tells you it has to be at least 2.
3 then, because the meet and greet will still be going on, because the meet and greet starts at early park admission. So you've got to have at least 3. But then obviously you can't pull one away from the others. Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? You're never going to please everybody.
No. And like, I'm not angry about it, right? Like I go there knowing, hey, everybody wants to do that.
Yes.
So it's going to have a high wait time. Like that's just how theme parks work, right? You want to go ride a ride that everybody wants to ride, you're going to wait a while. That's about it. So didn't bother us.
Yeah. But then that's the argument with it being standby line. If you really want to see him, you can. You just get in line. You might wait a long time for it, but you can.
Yeah.
You do the virtual line, and without all the rigmarole of look at the state of us trying to get Tron. Like that's what you're having to do, and who needs that stress on holiday? Like at least.
Yeah, I really don't like. I don't like virtual queues at all.
No.
I mean, I'm still amazed that I got one for us when we were over last time, because I tried for 3 days straight and got nothing. And then the day we actually got it, we were going into Islands of Adventure at like 9:30, and I'd gone through, scanned my pass, and was waiting for Tracy to come through. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to check. And like it came up for like 3:30. I was like, wow, okay, I'll take that. I didn't expect to. So it doesn't even, it shows that how weird it was that it didn't even need to be like as soon as they went live. It was like quite a bit late. It was weird. It is a strange thing. But I don't know what you do for the best for something that is that popular.
I think you said it earlier, right? You'll never please everybody.
No.
You buy the Grinch breakfast.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? You do the holiday tour, you do the Grinch breakfast, or you wait in line. They're your options.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we also did the Hogwarts light show, the Christmas one.
Any different?
And not that I could tell, to be honest with you. It was for the most part the same show. Also weird to me again how low the crowds were, because I'm just in my brain. I remember when you're going to go see the Hogwarts light show, you're like they hold a crowd in the back.
Yeah.
One crowd sees it, then they have these huge lines, like mass chaos. I literally walked up to the front during the show going on. There was like barely anybody watching it. It was very weird how empty it was. Yeah. And this was like prime time, like 8:00 at night. It wasn't too late. It was dark. It was nice. Lights are on, all that stuff. It was weird to me. But yeah, the show itself stays the same. If you guys have never seen it, go watch it. If you have, go watch it again. Food-wise, let's talk about some food, right? So had the grilled cheese. That thing was amazing.
Grilled cheese, where?
Over by it's Battery Park. Yeah, so we got the 3-cheese grilled cheese sandwich, like I said, 3 different cheeses, a tomato bacon jam. It was, like I said, phenomenal. Like we loved it. It was nice and crunchy. We also got the eggnog with the rum in there. Really good. Like really, really good. Not a big eggnog guy. Neither is Alexa, but we both enjoyed it. It was nice. Had a lot of cinnamon in there, so if you like cinnamon, you'll definitely like it.
I love eggnog.
Yeah. Oh, we also, I don't know, I'm going to push this to you guys to see if you remember this. The tree, the big tree, right? Would they do like periodically just lights and like music playing for like one song, like a rock song, and then turn it off?
Not that I saw last year.
No.
Okay. I thought it was new too. So the tree was already lit and it's silent, right? It's not making any or playing any music. And then we were just in the area, and out of nowhere, it starts playing like this hardcore, heavy rock music.
Get in.
And then does like a light show for one song, and then just stops, and then just puts the lights back to normal.
Weird.
Periodically. Yeah.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. There you go.
Well, here's the weird thing, is that it wasn't Christmas music. It was just like rock. That's all I heard was rock music.
Weird. Very
weird. But it was cool, though. It was kind of cool. Just sit back, watch it. It was nice. Something different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that's for the most part, the holidays there, right? Yeah. I do just want to bring out some not so great things, right? We got to put the good with the bad. I as far as food, like holiday food offerings, it's a very small amount, right? And very limited areas that you can get these things, at least from what I saw. Right, so that Battery Park area had a lot of your foods there. If you wanted to get, where was it? If you wanted to get like your hot chocolate, the Grinch one. We also tried the Grinch ice cream sandwich, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that area, that booth where they sell the hand dipped ice creams in Seuss Landing, I forgot the name off the top of my head. that's where you can find your hot chocolate bombs, your Grinch cookies. Your Grinch cookie sandwich was, again, very good.
Isn't that Moose Goose?
No.
No?
It is
That little bakery place.
Snookers and Snookers.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't remember the name, but I only know it because it has the hand-dipped ice cream, which we...
Inside or outside?
It's an outside thing.
Hop
it's
on
just
pop. Must be hop on pop.
When you pass, if you're coming into Seuss Landing, right, and you pass Circus McGurkus, you walk a little bit, that first like food booth on your left, next to the stroller parking,
Hop on
like
pop.
that area. Is it?
Hop on pop ice cream shop.
Yes, there you go. That's the one. So you can find some of those items there. One of the things I just thought was weird is that they didn't spread out the stuff throughout the park, right? And it kind of goes into the next point, which even my family, who has not been to Grinchmas in years, it felt a little like pulled back, like in reference to decorations.
Really?
So you'd have certain areas, that were just decked out, right? Obviously, your Diagon Alley was decked out, your Seuss Landing was decked out, but then there was other areas of the park that just you could walk through and not even think it's Christmas.
Weird.
Right. And I don't mean to give a lot of credit to Disney, but they do that very well. Right. Like you walk through Disney during Christmas time and you know it's Christmas time. Whereas here, it kind of didn't have like that full. I feel like they pulled back lights. Michelle, when you go in a couple weeks, let me know what you think.
Yeah, I will, because usually they're pretty decked out.
Usually. And like I felt that Cabana Bay was more decked out than the parks. That's how much like it. Yeah. It was weird. It was very weird. I would just like to have seen more lights just because you're going there for the holidays, and that's, garland and lights is what, and trees is what throws, Christmas.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, wish they would have added more of that. Another thing that was very, very strange to me, and I went through this area multiple times. The entire trip, I did not see a single Who walking around Whoville.
What?
Not a single one at different times of day.
Do you think maybe it was just because it was like a holiday and they were short on staff or something?
I don't know. My best guess is, and I didn't look like actually time it, I just thought about this after, is, and again, went there many times or multiple times throughout the day, is maybe it was during the same time as the show, and that's the Who's that they use, so they're not outside, and when the show's over, they come out.
Yes, I think that is what they do, yeah.
That's a possibility. It was just very odd to us, just because we're used to seeing them.
Yeah, because I think that's where the meet and greets come from. It's that the Who's out of the show come back in. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So, I mean, that just could be a very bad luck timing thing on my end. But I'm sure they're out there. I know they're going to be out there at some point. Yeah, I mean, that for the parks, that's for the most of it. That was it. I mean, we also did take one trip to the Red and Green Coconut Club.
Okay.
Just to check it out.
Yeah.
And that was,
it
was kind of odd.
Yeah.
Didn't feel very.
I've heard.
It doesn't fit. It just looks like just regular stuff. Maybe I think they've given us such high level expectations from the previous Coconut Club iterations that we're expecting that. But it just was kind of meh this year. And even more so when we went in there, right? So I wanted to go in there, maybe catch, like, I know before they've done like singing and all that kind of stuff. I go, let's try to catch that. Didn't see any of that. Go to the lady at the bar. I'm like, oh, she's like, what do you want to drink? I'm like, can I see, the Christmas menu? She's like, oh, we don't have that. That comes in next week. So why is this open?
Right.
That's weird.
And that's what I was going to say is anywhere. I wonder if when I go, it'll be December 14th. So I'm wondering if by then, like, things are going to be more decked out by then.
But the holidays have started.
That's true.
They've sent, so as someone who receives emails from Universal, I got one like a week before the holidays are coming. And then I got one the day of the holidays have started. So they've made a big deal that the holidays are here. Everything should be fully up and running at that point.
I agree.
This is what worries me about Universal, that everyone's like, oh, I can't wait for Epic Universe. It's going to be amazing. I'm like, you can't even get the operations in your own parks that you've been operating for 20 plus years right most of the time at this point. And you're going to open a brand new theme park that everyone's going to go to. It does worry me.
I agree with you, my friend. Yeah, it was very strange to me that they'd even have it open without it. Again, it's just a bar at this point with Christmas decorations. I go there because I want to try the seasonal drinks, right? Like Mardi Gras, seasonal drink. Horror Nights, seasonal. Christmas, seasonal. I don't want just a regular drink, you know? So I think they could have done a better job on the Coconut Club, but you know, some people don't even care about that, so it doesn't really matter in reference to holidays.
No, but there's a lot of people who that Dead Coconut Club overlay has become a huge part of their trips to the parks and will make a beeline there. Chris, you know from that first year they did it, how much money they made off that first week. It's become such a big thing for them now. And if people are going with those high expectations and it's not being met, they'll be like, oh, like people like you are going to come on a podcast and go, it was a bit this year.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to come off like that, but it kind of felt like that, right? And even to the point that, like, I am one of those people that like to incorporate the Coconut Club for all the seasonal things, to the point that, you know, most people are like, oh, let's run to the park. And I, you know, telling Alexa, I'm like, oh, let's go around 6 o'clock-ish, because they normally do. I know during Horror Nights, actually all the seasons prior, they'll do like little stage songs, dances, music, whatever the case. There was none of that we saw there. So it was kind of a letdown. That you know, was a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, well, Michelle, when you go, try to take a visit, see if you see anything, you know, different in there. But yeah. Overall, I mean, we enjoyed ourselves. The family, you know, they enjoyed themselves because a lot of the stuff was new for them.
Did you go to the tribute store?
We did go to the tribute store. I don't want to sound like that, but yeah, didn't hit.
I think it looks pretty cool.
I don't know. I think that location is just not great, even though the Jurassic Park store kind of made it great, but it was all right. There was a couple things here and there, but for me, it was okay.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how my trip compares.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you two are going at separate times so we can see a potential evolution of the event this year.
Yeah, 100%. But like, to your point, Lee, if I'm making a Christmas trip to go there, right, you'd want the same experience both times.
Very true.
It's not like, you know, it's not like Horror Nights where they're tweaking the houses and you guys have done this for years.
Yeah, you know what to expect.
It's almost the same thing. You're not coming up with new ideas and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's kind of a bummer. Like for us, it's easy to go back up there, but I can imagine for other families that, you know, try to go in and all that, that's their one trip to go see it, and it's like missing a lot of things. So
yeah, I know an opening weekend's generally a time when the parks are relatively quiet, so a lot of people who don't have to deal with those holiday crowds are going to go up that time, and if they're not going to get to experience everything, it's kind of
Yeah.
Like I say, the problem is with Universal, and I feel like I'm being totally negative about them at the moment, and that's more my mindset than anything else. But my issue with a lot of the things that they're doing at the moment, Universal, is you are setting up your guests for the future. So the people who, we've said it, we've seen it with the podcast numbers, the people are coming over from Disney because Disney have kind of pushed people away, and we're starting to see how much the crowds, those Disney people going to Universal and experiencing that from the first time. And this is when you should be nurturing those guests and showing them this is what you get when you come to Universal.
Mm-hmm.
And then by, as you've said, it hopefully it isn't the case, and it's just opening couple of weeks. But if this is how the holidays are, then people are going to come and go, oh, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and put that doubt in people's minds of whether they want Universal to become their main trip and Disney a secondary. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
They should be doing everything they can now to make all those guests that have been coming for the last year or so, and the ones that are going to be there for the next year, to really nurture them into becoming Universal fans, because then that's when you create those fans for the next generation and the next generation. And I feel like they're pushing a little too hard on certain things a little too soon, and it does worry me a little bit.
Yep.
Well, I mean, like I said, hopefully it was just an off weekend, maybe, or day, or whatever the case may be. Michelle, I'd love to hear your experience when you go in a couple weeks.
Yep. Because
I think I'm hoping they kind of change a couple things, and then, you know, you get the full Monty there. But
I'll be there for 6 days, so I'll get a good
awesome
a good span of,
Are you there when Mannheim is playing?
I don't know. I have to look at the schedule.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will leave you guys to it. I'm going to go
Die.
Go die in bed right now and take lots of medication and talk to you guys later.
Okay.
All right. Hope you feel better.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Whew. Just you and me.
Finally. Just kidding.
We've got a lot to get to still, by the way.
I know we do.
Right, let's get on with it. Of course, it's weird. It's thrown me completely out of pot at this point because normally we start with little things, but as Chris was doing that, it becomes interesting. So it is time to head over to Seth for little things.
Hey, this is Seth Kubersky, author of The Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando. I've been away from Florida for a bit visiting Hong Kong Disneyland, but I came back just in time for Thanksgiving and to bring you this report on all the little things that are new at the Universal Orlando Resort for the end of November in 2023. The first thing I noticed when I came back to Universal Orlando is if you visit during the middle of the week, you may see a sign warning you that Volcano Bay is closed. This is the cooler, off-peak time of the year where Volcano Bay closes on select Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and/or Thursdays for the next couple months. The day seems to change randomly depending on the week, so make sure you check out UniversalOrlando.com's online calendar before you show up at the park wearing a bathing suit. And if you are a military family, either active duty or retired, you might be interested in knowing about the new Military Freedom Pass, which just went on sale for 2024. For just $210 for a 2-park pass or $245 for a 3-park pass, you'll get admission from now through December 20th of 2024, and there are only blackout dates during Christmas week and Easter week. There are also special military family vacation packages available, but the catch is that you have to buy this at a military installation with proper identification. You cannot buy this at Universal's gate. See universalorlando.com/military for more information. Okay, before we head inside the theme parks, let's check out the Christmas goings-on in City Walk. Unfortunately, this year they did not do the full Christmas Village with all the booths, but they do have some signage and Earl the Squirrel's truck set up as a photo op outside of Big Fire. The Red Coconut Club has sort of gotten into the Christmas spirit. They haven't done the full-on green and red coconut layover, but they do have some minimal Christmas decor going on inside the club.
As Chris just said.
You will find some new Christmas at Hogwarts merchandise at the large Universal Studios store in City Walk. Perfect if you need a cozy sweater to keep you warm on those frigid Orlando nights. Time to head inside Universal Studios Florida, where the big globe outside is still not turning. I should just stop mentioning this until it starts turning again. And in better news, the installation of the photo verification turnstiles seems to be complete at Universal Studios Florida. I spent some time timing the new system, and it seems to be an average of 2 seconds per person, which is a huge improvement over not only the old fingerprint system at Universal, but also over the Magic Bands at Disney.
Yes.
If you're an annual pass holder, you're going to want to stop by the Five and Dime inside Universal Studios Florida on Hollywood Boulevard. That's where you can pick up your UOAP pass holder magnet, as well as some posters and trading cards still left over from previous distributions. That's a much better spot for picking up your items than the UOAP Lounge over in Toon Lagoon at IOA. Holidays, of course, are now in full swing throughout the studios, and this year it's all about Earl. You can find Earl the Squirrel doing a meet and greet near Central Park. Earl's got a big new section dedicated to him at the end of the wonderful new holiday tribute store and post office. And this year there's even an Earl the Squirrel chatbot that you can find online and use to ask questions about the holiday events at Universal.
Weird.
Some more little things about Universal Studios holiday celebrations that I noticed taking a trip around the park. There's a holiday cookie crepe at the Central Park crepe stand. Vintage
Ooh.
Santa Claus signage has taken over the Coke corner over by Men in Black. And I was happy to see artificial snow being used at both the Celestina Warbeck show and over by the corner of Mel's Drive-In during the holiday parade. I also checked out a few of my favorite rides at the studios for the first time in a few weeks. It might just be new to me, but I think the Big Bug at the end of Men in Black got a little refurbishment to his lighting. I noticed his red and green eyes looked especially vibrant for the holidays. Unfortunately, some of the other big rides at Universal Studios look like they were suffering under the strain of the big holiday crowds. I had a particularly rough ride on Revenge of the Mummy with a broken Imhotep animatronic and some unpleasant vibrations. Transformers ride went badly out of sync, and I got to ride the last half of it backwards.
Weird.
And on Thanksgiving night, it looks like some guests got stuck on Rip Ride Rocket when the attraction shut down for a while with active vehicles on the lift hill. Beyond that, I noticed a bunch of refurbishments around the park. Nazerman's Alley in New York is closed off, and there's scaffolding around the restrooms in San Francisco, although those are still open currently. And they removed the drink stand outside of La Bamba entirely. In the very center of the park, it looks like the work platforms for the Fountains of the Lagoon show have once again been submerged. Not sure if they intentionally lowered them or if we've just had so much rain recently that the water level has raised. And the most exciting little thing is that they have revealed the marquee for the DreamWorks land that is replacing Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone. You can see the signage, which looks just like previously released concept art, just outside of SpongeBob StorePants and the Animal Actors stage. Hopping over to Islands of Adventure, let's start out at Grinchmas Central in Seuss Landing, where the meet and greet with the live-action Grinch has been moved into Honk Honkers, which used to be a custom cotton candy shop. And they are not using a virtual queue this year, so you will have to either wait in a standby line, which typically always runs about 90 minutes long, or have to pay for one of the Christmas packages. Next door in the Lost Continent, the Classic Monsters have taken over the All Hallows boutique and turned it into a holiday boutique. And they finished the renovation of the back of the kebab house with new freestyle machines. The never-ending refurbishment of the Toon Lagoon facades appears to be continuing, with most of the water effects back, and even the skunks hanging in a box have finally been restored. However, now the sideways photo op with Marmaduke is missing. Maybe he went to the same vet that the skunks were at. The most interesting little change I noticed in Toon Lagoon is that they have completely removed the gate that used to separate Comic Strip Cafe and Kathy's Ice Cream from the lockers for Ripsaw Falls. That means that you can now go straight to the entrance for the Dudley Do-Right ride without having to walk all the way around Blondie's towards the bridge to Jurassic Park. In Marvel Superhero Island, there are more refurbishment walls around the exterior of the Five and Dime shop as well as the comic shop, but both remain open for business. And last but probably least, as we make our way back out of the park and pick up our car from valet, the automated machines for scanning your valet tickets are once again working, and the tips are working again. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay, that'll wrap up this edition. I will see you in a couple more weeks, but until then, you can find my books at theunofficialguides.com, where you will find the brand new 2024 edition of The Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando. Until next time, I'm Seth Kaburski, keeping an eye on all those little things for you.
So that holiday cookie crepe is huge.
Mm-hmm. It sounds so good.
Tracy and I were watching the Pew 2 and they had it. It's massive. But it doesn't sound like they're doing the savoury holiday crepe this year.
Aww.
It doesn't look like it, because that's the only one that got mentioned. I know we went to get it last year and we got like all the way through the line and went, oh, we haven't got the stuff for it. So it's just like, well, it was a whole mess. Go on, get it out of the way. Another reason why you'll never ride Rip Ride Rocket.
That's really the only reason why I won't ride Rip Ride Rocket is that exact scenario. Seriously.
So you reckon they got stuck for an hour?
Yes.
I didn't see that. I just because I saw it get pushed. Like I think Chris mentioned it 2 weeks ago about now they've set it up so that when it gets stuck, they can just push it over the top, which is what happened. Because normally before they just used to have to like evac everyone off it, didn't they?
Yeah, from the very top.
Yeah, now it just pushes it over the top and it's just on its way. But I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah, and I don't know why it would take that long either, but I'm pulling up the article that someone recently sent me book because, of course, I saw it, but then everybody that knows me was also sending it to me. I mean, but that's terrifying. Of course, there's so many people out there that are like, oh, that would be my dream. Not me.
Who said that? I mean, it'd be pretty cool, but I wouldn't say it's a dream.
No, my God, I would literally die. Oh my God, I couldn't do it.
It'd be cool getting stuck up there like that where the parade was going on. That'd be all right.
Well, maybe if the seats didn't incline like down like that. Incline down? Decline? I don't know how you... Angle down. How about that?
Recline. I think the word's recline.
Recline, yes. I knew it was something Klein.
Yeah.
Anyway, nope, no thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of the stuff that Chris has just talked about, Seth's kind of reiterated in that little things there, like the Red Coconut Club, the sort of minimal Christmas stuff in City Walk. Yeah, it's weird.
Yep, I guess we'll find out what happens in a couple of weeks, though. Hopefully, it's gotten a little bit better.
I hope so. Because it'd be very disappointing if they are trying to money save by not going all out, which is not. I mean,
that would seem silly because why would that be money saving? They've already got all the decorations and everything.
God knows. It's very strange. Yeah. Did you see the
That's my only thought.
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you see the DreamWorks marquee?
I don't really like it. Do you?
I mean, it is very on the nose, I guess, isn't it? It's exactly what.
Yeah.
It's exactly what the concept art for it was. So we already knew what it was, but it is kind of.
It doesn't look very inviting to me.
Strange. It's strange. But again, it's a land that's not really aimed at us, is it? I'll be interested to see when it opens, see what it looks like.
Speak for yourself. I used to love riding Woody Woodpecker.
That's what
I'm not kidding.
Said.
I did have fun. Don't say that's what she said. I didn't like riding that Woody Woodpecker, obviously.
I don't even know where we're going now. I'm trying to look now because he got through a hell of a lot of stuff there, but there's not a lot of it actually worth talking about. The lagoon fountains, right? So did you happen to see any of the stuff that came out of IAPA?
No.
So there's when you get a chance, go and find any of the footage from the drone show that was shown at IAPA. It was amazing. And I think everyone's kind of expecting that's what the next evolution of that lagoon show is going to be. It's going to be a drone show. And if that's anything to go by, it was unreal.
Would they still use the water jets too? Or you think they're just scrapping the water effects altogether?
I mean, as I said, those platforms are there. What is on those platforms, we're not sure. But I mean, they've got to get that open for next year, haven't they? Really?
Yeah.
I've always said that the one thing, or one of the main things that Disney have over Universal, and have pretty much always had over Universal, is that end of day finale.
Yes, true.
Universal have always struggled with that. I think even Cinematic Spectacular was never quite that thing. But like a lot of the times when we first went, it was just like, oh, it's 8:00, it's time to go now. Whereas when if you're at Hollywood Studios or you're at Magic Kingdom, it's like, oh, we're going to see Wishes, or it's Phantasmic or Illuminations or whatever it might be. There was that focus at the end of the night, and Universal have always struggled with that.
Yeah, and for me, it's the lack of fireworks. Like, I really like fireworks, and that's what, any of my Disney clients, anybody who I talk to about Disney, they don't stay after to see the castle show. They always say we're staying to see the fireworks.
Really?
Yeah, so it's the fireworks. I mean, yeah, the castle show is part of it, but the fireworks are what make it amazing.
See, I disagree. I'm kind of, Tracy and I have talked about it quite a lot. We're kind of over fireworks now. I'd rather see something. I want to see what that next evolution of whatever a nighttime show would be. Like, I preferred Fantasmic, to be fair. Fantasmic was always my favorite show at Disney.
Well, they had fireworks at Fantasmic too.
But not like Wishes was. Wishes was pretty much all fireworks, wasn't it? Whereas there's so much more to Fantasmic. And I'd like to see Universal do something more like that. But this drone show... I
wouldn't mind the drone show. I think that would be okay over fireworks.
It's just... Because horror, for me, it was massively missed at Horror Nights this year. Massively.
Yes. Yep. It was a huge crowd eater, and we didn't have that this year. Yeah. And Horror Nights was... I mean, it was so crowded, no matter what night of the week you went.
Yeah, it really missed it. Because we would see, like, Ghoulish last year. I know you didn't get to see it because of everything getting damaged, but I think we saw Ghoulish like 3 times last year. It's so good. And it's a shame that we never got to see whatever that next step of that would have been. Because I know there were, like, that first year was amazing. It was amazing. Like, well, you know me, tears all over the place. But then I know last year they went away from sort of showing just sort of the stuff of like Stranger Things and Ghostbusters and Killer Clowns and that to... Last year was an original story, and I know the next step would have been doing more original stories like that, and then obviously whatever happened. Because as far as I'm aware, they repaired the fountains after the hurricane, so it didn't stop because it was broken. They just stopped it.
Well, that makes no sense.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, everything was working. They just stopped it because they were getting ready to whatever this next thing is going to be.
Well, one thing I wanted to clarify on when he was talking about military passes.
Oh, yeah.
So Universal does have a fabulous deal for military. I mean, it's incredible. So as he said, it's under $300 if you get a 3-park, and it's basically an annual pass.
Okay.
The whole year. Like, it's good the whole year, and that's insane. He did say that you have to get it from a base. Yes and no. So if you're just buying tickets, yes, you need to order them from a local base, many of which are available for you to call in, and they'll ship the tickets to you, and you then have to activate them at guest services when you get to the parks.
Okay.
However, you can book military packages that include the tickets.
Okay.
And yes, you can do that also through your travel agent. So travel agents and yourself, you can call in and ask for military rates. So they'll give you military rates in the hotel, and they'll include, I think it's up to 6 of those military tickets in your package. Very good deal if you're in military. For
definite. It's good that they do that though. Like, I've noticed when we come over to the parks in the US, like, I know when we've been to SeaWorld before the Orca show at the end, they always honor like the military and stuff. It's cool. I don't think we tend to not really do a lot over here, or at least not what I've seen. Whereas in the US, they definitely do.
No, they Universal definitely takes care of their military. That's an excellent deal.
Cool.
And I've used it personally because Audrey's boyfriend was in the military, so we were actually able to go and pick those tickets up.
Nice.
Yep. So,
cool. Right, Michelle, do you want to put your Tracy hat on?
Those are big shoes to fill, but I'll try.
It is time for our PC birthdays.
Okay, I have not consulted a thesaurus or a thesaurus.
That meme you sent the other day was hilarious, by the way.
Wasn't that perfect? It just happened to come up in my Instagram. I was like, wow, that's kind of creepy. But anyway, let's go through our Producers Club birthdays for this week, or this month, I should say. We have birthday twins on December 5th. We have Daniel Johnson. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
and Rob Hoffman. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. They're missing out. They're not getting the superlatives at the beginning, are they? The delightful Daniel Johnson and the remarkable Rob Hoffman. There you go.
There you go. And then on December, you do the adjectives.
What? Because you can't think of any.
No, I can't.
I can't think of one for R.
December 8th, we have, I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, Ramiz Alos. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm consulting with the lady herself. We need an R. I've got to come up with another one.
Okay. Yep. On December 9th, we have the ravishing Rob Steers' birthday. Happy birthday, Rob.
Happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. There you go. I get it. I don't know any of these well enough to, but you're getting it. So there you go. Because Chris isn't here.
Good job. And then on December 11th, we have the beautiful Betsy Wharton's birthday. Happy birthday, Betsy.
That was an easy one. Happy birthday.
I did it. That was difficult. Tracy's job is not easy.
And she always says, I hope you get lots of presents and lots of cake.
Yes, lots of cake.
Right. It is time to go and hear from our sponsors, and we will be right back.
Man, we need a vacation.
Oh, I got this.
Whoa, that's awesome. But I was thinking something a little more adventurous.
Okay, how about this?
Yes!
And how about some relaxation from Mama?
Oh, perfect. How did you do that?
Easy. Portkey Vacations.
For your next vacation, let Portkey Vacations take away all the guesswork and stress of planning. From air and hotel to theme park tickets and everything else in between, they've got you covered. Just visit PortkeyVacations.com and touch the Portkey to get started with your free, no-obligation quote request. With just one touch, and Portkey Vacations will magically take you wherever you want to go.
Welcome back, everyone. Michelle, it might be Christmas, but yeah.
But it's never too early to start thinking about Mardi Gras. The holidays have started, but that has not stopped Universal releasing information about next year's Mardi Gras International Flavors of Carnival, which is returning to Universal Studios Florida from February 3rd through April 7th, 2024.
Stop me again. Mardi Gras is only 1 day, isn't it?
It is.
2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And you know they're going to extend it. It's going to be more like June
September.
1st.
Like it'll just start. It'll finish on Thursday and then Horror Nights will start on Friday.
Right. Yeah, basically. As usual, the celebration features a mouth-watering menu of eclectic cuisine inspired by New Orleans favorites and iconic carnival traditions around the globe. A spectacular Mardi Gras parade complete with tons of colorful beads, dazzling floats, and energetic street performers. And on select nights, live concerts by top-name talent to cap off the festivities.
All 8 of them like we got last year.
Let's hope they've done a better job this year.
This year we'll also see the return, and this has garnered some discussion in the Producers Club over the last couple of weeks, actually. We are going to see the return of the Mardi Gras Float, Ride and Dine experience, which will give you the opportunity to have exclusive access to be part of the festivities by reserving a spot to toss beads from a Mardi Gras float during the event's vibrant parade. And let's be honest, it is worth it. I know it's expensive. We'll get there in a second, but it is worth it. Yeah. It was amazing. Yep. The experience includes a 3-course meal at one of 4 participating restaurants. They are Cowfish, NBC Sports Grill and Brew, Finnegan's or Lombard's. And it includes, so it's 3-course meals. We said 1 appetizer, 1 entree, 1 dessert, 1 non-alcoholic beverage, and getting on that parade float. And it starts this year at $85 plus tax per person. So you're looking at what, around $100 per person?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's at the lower end, it's more like 90, 95-ish.
I can tell you now, those $85 ones will have gone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest, most of them have probably already gone. The Grinch breakfast sold out in a matter of a day or so. Wow. It was crazy.
So,
but considering how much food you're getting and the options, especially if you choose cowfish or lombards, even that you're going to pay that for a meal almost. So
the issue is now I've already pre-recorded 2 episodes for over Christmas with some friends of mine just talking about food at Universal, and all 3 of those people have food allergies or restrictions. And we talked about this, and the problem is that those 4 restaurants, if you are dairy-free or vegetarian or vegan or gluten-free, you cannot get a 3-course meal at any of those restaurants. Which is interesting. But anyway, you can, if you want to do that, and again, I wouldn't necessarily say it's worth it, but it is kind of worth it to do that parade float, to guarantee getting on the parade float. I think that's the thing, to guarantee getting on it. You can purchase the experience and reserve your spot by calling 407-224-7554 or visiting universalorlando.com/Mardi Gras, or of course you can contact Michelle at portkeyvacations.com.
Yep. And this can be added to a vacation package if you have a package booked. So cool. That's nice too.
And as a pass holder, you can get 15% discount, but you can only do that by calling the number or in person at the front gate or at guest services in the park. So is that true, Michelle? You can't do that?
Correct.
Okay, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
Yep, that pass holder discount can't be added to the package.
And you can't book that with that discount. Can you book
I can. I have to call, but it doesn't register as a sale by the agency, if that makes sense. Like an agent can choose to provide that concierge service, but it's basically just calling the same number that the guest would be calling.
So it's just a proxy at that point.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, strange.
It's still a good deal, I think. I mean, again, you're not going to walk out of there without spending $60 per person, and then an extra $25, and you've got the parade float experience that just cuts down on that stress of thinking, well, are there going to be any slots available? Yeah. It's just nice to have it all kind of there, ready to go.
Yeah, it's that whole thing we talked about with Chris earlier on about the Grinch thing. It was the same with that, because that for a lot of people was the be all and end all of Mardi Gras, was getting on that parade floor, and to be fair, for good reason. But obviously, there's only so many spots per night. Yeah. We were lucky that we didn't have to go through all that rigmarole, because otherwise, I can imagine how stressful it was. But it was a phenomenal experience. It really was.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
It really was. And it flew by. Like, you think that parade route's really long, and yet we were on that, and it felt like it was over like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Right, moving on. Time to wrap this up. So we haven't received any new Bao Pick a Bao Bao ratings or recordings. So I've got one left to play. As I've said, the person that sent this in, I think they'd had quite a few beers, and they didn't actually rate them. It was 8.5 minutes long, a full recording. It was
my God.
Interesting. So I'm going to play an edited down version, and then we're going to go in and do the official Bend the Bao rankings.
All right.
Bao. Pick a Bao Bao. Bao. Pick a Bao Bao. Bao. Pick a Bao Bao. Bao, pick a Bao Bao, baby.
Right, UUOP, Liam Tracy and everyone else, we're at Bao Bun, Mr. Craig and Wifey and Coffin Karen and Lord Fauntleroy from Universal After Dark, aren't we? We're all part of the team.
Who?
What have we had?
We got all the veggie ones. We got the ones down the left. We got the veggie.
That's nice, that.
Kimchi.
You wouldn't know that. I ordered the shrimp.
I don't know what kimchi is, so I couldn't have to tell you.
What's that? The duck? Oh, that's nice. I do like the duck. That's my favourite so far.
Vegetarian.
Phil, what ale are we drinking while they're listening to us eat?
I'm drinking a pint can of Sapporo.
He's just shouted Phil then.
Alright.
I don't know if he shouted Phil. We need it in. We got a Sapporo, 2 Coors Light, and a Kirin Itchy Balls, Itchy Ban. Have you got a favourite yet, Carla? Coffin Karen?
Yeah, that vegetarian one was nice.
Yeah. I'm going veggie when we get home. I'm veggie and off the ale.
Pork one's been the nice one
Is this
so
the
far.
shrimp one?
Yeah.
I did that trip, yeah. And they're the 2 beef ones, aren't they?
Yeah. That's crab.
Got a bit of a kick through as well, on it.
Yeah, like that. This is going to be the winner. It's beef. Who doesn't love beef? My favourite so far has been the pork belly.
I'd say the pork.
And then the vegetarian.
Yeah.
No, my 2 favourites being the pork belly and the shrimp.
Now this is the crab.
This is the crab cake. What's your favourites, wifey?
Let's take the vegetarian one. Or is that or the pork one? The pork one was quite nice. Crab's nice as well. Didn't like the brisket.
What did you love, Phil?
Pork, shrimp, beef.
There you go, Lee. There's everyone's. See you soon. Cue the music.
Cue what music? Oh my God.
That was hilarious.
It is the most scout thing. So, for your information, so people from Liverpool are known as Scousers. There used to be a TV show. Is Tracy's Brookside still on? It was like listening to an episode of Brookside. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I was hoping all the way through it when I was editing it. It's like, I don't feel like you're going to actually give us a rating for these, and they didn't. So
No, they just said their favorites.
Craig, Universal After Dark. I shouldn't plug their podcast, but if you want more of that, go and listen to them. I can't believe that's the last time we're going to hear our Bend the Bao theme.
I mean, there's only so many bows you can bend.
Exactly. I give shout out to John Tyler. Music's awesome. I can't wait. And if he's got time, I hope he comes up with our which stick gets my lick for next year.
My God. I'm worried. I'm a little worried.
So yeah, it is time to officially do the listener and host Bend the Bao rankings from worst to best. So coming in at number 7, and this is no surprise to me because I know when we did the Weekender one up there, this was a lot of people's least favourite, and that is the duck.
Yuck.
It was not good.
Number 6 is the crab cake.
Coming in at number 5, you heard him, a lot of them liked it. So if they'd actually ranked it, it might have been a bit higher up, but that is the veggie.
Yes. And then number 4 is the controversial kimchi FC, which everybody says has no kimchi in it.
Because it doesn't. Tracy will shout from the top of the highest hill that it doesn't have any kimchi in it.
There you go.
Chris, if Chris was here, Chris would be very disappointed to find out what number 3 is.
I am disappointed.
Because the 3 for Chris is the goat, and that is the beef brisket.
I agree with Chris. I cannot believe number 2 beat beef brisket. So this one is the shrimp.
Interesting. I can't remember which ones I like them. I think I remember actually really enjoying the kimchi FC more for the fried chicken rather than the kimchi. It's just weird, isn't it, that they call it the emphasis is on the word kimchi,
right?
And there's none in it. So coming in at number 1 is, if you haven't worked it out, is the pork belly. I think the pork belly was all right, but I think a lot of people, and remember when we get reviews and stuff, the pork belly can be quite fatty, and if you're not into fatty meat, then you're not going to like it. But yeah, hopefully we got them some traffic.
I think we probably did.
I like it, but it's not somewhere I would make an effort to go. I think the only reason we made the effort to go there was because of doing this segment on the podcast, honestly.
I liked it.
But have you been since we did that Weekender one? Have you been to Bend the Bao since?
No.
Exactly.
I tried to on my last trip, but I got outvoted.
You could have just gone. Like, just get one to walk to wherever you were going. They are quite expensive as well, and they haven't changed it. They're like, the menu hasn't changed since it opened, and you feel like it would be fairly simple just to do some different ones. But I mean, how long's it? We had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? It's been open. What did we say? 18 months, 2 years, was it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a massive long amount of time, but you'd think if it wasn't getting any traffic. It's just a weird area that up there as well, though, isn't it? Because if you don't know it's there, you're not going to happen up there.
That's true. Is Bend the Bao a franchise?
I don't know, honestly.
I'm kind of thinking it might be a franchise.
Let's have a look. Universal. So I've just put Bend the Bao in and it's all coming up as Universal Orlando. So I'm guessing not.
Yeah, I'm getting the same. That's interesting. So there's really no reason why they can't do like seasonal Bao.
Oh, yeah, they should do. I mean, it's a cool place up there. That honestly, during the weekend of that, when we went up there, and there was probably 20 of us up there all trying bows. We were literally the only ones up there, so it shows you how busy it is. It's a shame. It's a shame if it does go at the wall. I hope it doesn't. But as I say, it's not somewhere we've made an effort to go, other than, as I say, because of what we do. It's like we need to try it, and obviously for the podcast as well. So. Shame.
Well, next trip, next few weeks, I'm going to go get some more of the beef brisket bao.
Well, you can't vote for it now. They do a boba. There's a boba now there as well. So a couple of drinks they've added to the menu. I know that much.
Ah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So of course, now that Pick a Bao Bao is over, it is time to turn our attention to next year's interactive topic. And I know we've been talking about this quite a lot, but we want to get it into people's psyche because, look, we need you to get in and do it. So, Michelle, tell them all about it.
Yes. That segment, if you don't already know, is called Which Stick Gets My Lick? And we want you to get involved. All you have to do is go to Freeze Ray Pops in Minion Land and try as many of the pops as you care to.
And it's an easy one because, like, everyone goes. I love this one. There's not that many. There's only about 10, maybe a dozen at most.
Yeah.
And even because it's not something like Bend the Bao was always going to be a little divisive because not a lot of people are into that Asian sort of bao stuff. This is something that literally the whole family can get involved with because kids are going to try them, grandma can try them. I think we still only got 3 in at the moment. But of course, what we want you to do is record yourself, preferably at the parks, because we love hearing that background going on, and ranking each one of the pops, freeze ray pops that you try out of 5, 1 being and 5 being
oh hell yeah.
And send them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com, and we will share them on the show starting in January. It'll be the first time we've done it for a while where we've actually started it at the beginning of the year, so we can actually get a whole year out of it, because Pick a Bao Bao's been over about 18 months now, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It really has.
It has.
Oh.
I'm surprised you've gotten that many submissions, to be honest with you.
I was surprised, actually, that we got that many, because we've talked about it being so out of the way. But I know a lot of people who've gone, I've never had a bao bun before, so I'm going to go and try them. And a lot, they are nice because there's 2 different. I prefer the pods rather than the open baos.
Mm-hmm.
But each to their own, I guess.
Yep.
Cool. Right. That's going to end the podcast. We have 1 recording session left before the end of the year. I can't believe that's where we are.
Wow.
I did point out to Tracy earlier as well, Michelle, that as of today, the day of this podcast coming out, Tracy and I would have been heading to Universal Orlando today. This time last year.
This time last year?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Tell me about it. Next weekend's going to be tough because it's going to be all pictures of, in my Facebook memories, it'll be all pictures of the weekend popping up all the time.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway. So, of course, we're going to end the podcast, as we always do with Universal Is. But as we've been saying, we want to get you involved in what we're going to wrap up the podcast with next year. So we want you to come up with some comedy facts about how bad Fast and Furious Supercharged is. So over the next 4 shows, obviously this one and the 3 after it, we're going to still wrap up with some Universal Is submissions, but we've been getting ChatGPT to give you the gist of those submissions because it was difficult for me to try and explain to people how they wanted. So I was like, we'll get ChatGPT involved so you can kind of see the idea of what we want. We have got 3 in already, so I am proud of our listeners already. But so, Michelle, Fast and Furious Supercharged is so bad.
How bad is it?
Fast and Furious Supercharged is so bad that I heard families were using it as a last resort conversation topic to unite everyone in collective eye rolls before passing the cranberry sauce during Thanksgiving dinner. Bum.
Oh my God.
See, with ChatGPT, I'm making it topical because I can put in and kind of push it in. So I was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Let's see what it comes up with, a Thanksgiving joke. So that's basically,
funny.
Yeah, that's the idea. Make it topical, make it satirical, whatever you want, but just funny, daft things about how bad Fast and Furious Supercharged is. And like I said, we've got a few in already, and they're pretty funny, to be fair. But yeah, get those into us at the email address, which is podcast@uuopodcast.com. And join us next week for our look at Toon Lagoon. But for this week, Ellis Brown says Universal is Pizza Pretzel Paradise. Catch you next week, everyone.
That was another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, the best and only podcast about Universal Orlando on the island. Check us out on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcasts, news, and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. Join the Producers Club by emailing us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, for all your other theme park news, and email Michelle at portkeyvacations.net to book your next trip. So until next time, this is Amity 6, call off the Marines, we're coming home.